What's up, everybody? My name is Brad, and happy Monday. I hope everyone had a great weekend this past weekend. Usually here on the channel on Mondays, we do the weekly reading wrap-up video where I talk about what I read, what I might have gotten in the mail, what I'm planning to read. But today is actually February 1st, and for those that don't know, February is Women in Horror Month, sort of a month-long celebration where we champion women authors, really focus on reading women authors for the entire month of February. At least it's February this year. It seems like it might change to March next year possibly, but for this year in 2021 it is in February. So you might be asking yourself, if you're sort of new to the whole horror scene, and especially the indie and small press horror scene, I don't know of any women authors other than maybe Anne Rice or Shirley Jackson. Who are all these women authors that I could be reading this month in February? And actually not just this month, but the entire year. February is just sort of focusing on that. So I've got a big stack of books here. I'm not going to go into details on each one because we will be here forever. But I'm just showcasing, this isn't even scratching the surface of what all is available by women authors in the horror genre. But I'm just going to give you a big chunk, and maybe some of these will catch your interest and you'll go check it out and then discover more authors from there. So let's go ahead and get started. Like I said, I'm not going to focus on each one because we'll be here forever. But first up is Beguiled by Night by Nicole Eigender. We have A Sick and Gray Laugh by Nicole Cushing. We have Rise of One by Dixon Ruel. This is like a vampire zombie apocalypse novel. Sounds really cool. Next up, if you're interested in a trilogy of books, these are the first two books in a trilogy. We have Pivot by L.C. Barlow. This is sort of dark fantasy horror mixed together. Book one in the Jack Harper trilogy. And then book two in that trilogy is Perish. I don't think book three has come out yet. If you want some cosmic horror stuff, we have The Worm and His Kings by Haley Piper. More cosmic horror, The Wingspan of Severed Hands by Joanna Koch. This one is like just gritty true crime by Samantha Klesnick. This one is sort of likened to Jack Ketchum a lot. We have Take Your Turn, Teddy by Haley Newland. The Fourth Whore by Evie Knight. This one's sort of biblical horror, lots of stuff going on in this one. If you want a vampire, I think it's going to be a trilogy. Nocturnal Blood by Villamay Mist is book one. And then Nocturnal Farm, also by Villamay Mist, is book two. If you want some more sort of gothic-y type horror, there's In Darkness, Shadows Breathe by Catherine Cavendish. Another one by Cavendish, The Milan Witch. This one's sort of New England-y, or actually, no, this is in Europe. But it's sort of gothic horror, witchy type stuff, but set in modern day. If you want a great, just gut punch, emotional roller coaster ride, Crossroads by Laurel Hightower. Another gut punch book, Come Join the Murder by Holly Ray Garcia. Let's pick up stack two. If you want some poetry, some horror poetry, some true crime poetry, Into the Forest and All the Way Through by Sina Palayo. Choking Back the Devil by Donna Lynch. Apocalyptic Mannequin by Stephanie Witovich. So yeah, Stephanie M. Witovich. And this is my favorite horror / true crime poetry collection ever. This is The Devil's Dreamland by Sarah Tainlinger. It's poems inspired by H.H. Holmes. This is awesome. Definitely check it out. This one's sort of fantasy horror poems. A Collection of Dreamscapes by Christina Sohn. These two books, great author. Salt Blood by T.C. Parker. I just finished this one. It's a great mix of folk horror and sort of modern day social media and technology. Another one by T.C. Parker, A Press of Feathers. This one's a short story collection, Halloween Seasons by Lucy A. Snyder. The Prisoners of Stewartville by Shannon Felton. These last two books are by Stephanie Ellis. We have Bottled. And then this is her newest one. This is also folk horror, The 5 Turns of the Wheel by Stephanie Ellis. So that is just a tiny, not even scratching the surface, glimpse into all of the women authors who write horror besides Shirley Jackson and Anne Rice and any other big name you can think of. There's tons of fantastic books out there written in the horror genre by women authors. If you're only reading male authors, you're definitely doing yourself a disservice. You know, I haven't read all those books, but the ones I have read, there are some really awesome books in those stacks. Definitely check out some women authors, especially this month in February. But don't just confine yourself to only reading women in February. Spread out throughout the whole year. There's definitely tons of great stuff out there for you to dive into and read. This is just but a small, like I said, quick glimpse into Women in Horror Month, all the great stuff that is out there. This is just barely, not even scratching the surface. But hope you all find a great book to read in February that is written by a female author. That's all I have for you guys today. So thank you all for spending your time with me today. Again, my name is Brad, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.